Hello everybody and welcome to this channel. My name is Dennis and I'm currently in Liverpool, UK, but this week I went to Royal Air Force Museum in London. It was a great trip. I was offered to go there with one of my friends here in Liverpool, and honestly I didn't regret a bit that we went there, because last few months I spent mainly in Liverpool and it was a great opportunity for me to go out and explore. Also, I love visiting London, although we didn't see much of the London this time, still it was a good trip. So our plan was to drive to London for about 4 to 5 hours and then visit the museum for a whole day and then go to the hotel that we booked and just rest, and on the next day come back home to Liverpool. Yeah, so we left Liverpool about 8 a.m. and we arrived to that museum about 12 p.m, which was good. The whole museum is all about airplanes, aircrafts from First World War, from Second World War, and like basically newer models as well, so all sorts of aircrafts. And the museum is big. It has about 6 huge buildings where aircrafts are stored and you can come in and check them out. Fortunately we were allowed to take pictures and videos, which I did. It was first time for me visiting this museum, and honestly I don't know that much about aircrafts and about history, but my friends were able to share and explain more about history and about all of these aircrafts, and it became even more interesting to me.
We have been learning about the history of aviation in the UK, but also seeing aircraft from many other nations. We've learned about the history of aviation from the early humble beginnings of aircraft and the use of aircraft in war to all the latest developments in technology and such examples in the museum. The museum has 6 different hangars and they are packed with amazing aircraft, most of them real aircraft that have put out of service. And if you like aircraft and history and First and Second War and these kind of things, you can learn a lot by visiting this museum.
Okay, hi, my name's Mark. I'm a friend of Dennis and Jose. We've been out in the last couple of days visiting the Royal Air Force Museum in Hendon. It's a collection of what exists of the British Air Force from its roots as a Royal Flying Corps.
The context is mainly around the Royal Air Force and the history of the Royal Air Force, and as such you will find many of the aircraft used by the British Air Forces throughout the history, over 100 years of Royal Air Force.
There's a collection of early aeroplanes, biplanes, triplanes, and also some German collections from the First World War. There is quite a lot of collection of the Second World War aircraft from both an Allied perspective, being the Lancaster, Spitfire, Hurricane, a Typhoon, into the American aircraft like the famous Mustang, the Liberator bomber, the Flying Fortress B-29. There is also a unique collection of German night fighters. There's the famous Messerschmitt. So they do have a broad spectrum of that period, but it also then follows into the Cold War period, where the anti-Soviet nuclear age developed supersonic jets and supersonic weapons. So there's things there like the Vulcan bomber, the famous V bomber that was developed, into the Canberra, the English Electric Lightning, which is the supersonic jet that was developed, one of the fastest jets of its time, and then followed from that period into the post-Cold War period of modern jets.
There are aircraft that you may have seen in movies and documentaries and so on, but when you actually see them in real life, some of them are very impressive, like the Lancaster bomber that they have one, and it's very dark painted and it's like black and very, very big. So this aircraft was used to bomb Germany, and it has on the side of the aircraft it has a number of bombs drawn and painted, and also a quote that says something along the lines of "No enemy aircraft will fly over the Reich territory." And this was apparently a quote from one of the right-hand men of Hitler, Goering, which was the guy in charge of the air forces of the Nazis. And well, it was kind of an irony, an arrogant perhaps comment, because the Allied forces did bomb and fly over the Reich territory, as we know now. So that was quite amazing.
Very few existing Lancaster bombers on display, with all its various weaponry, also including the famous bouncing bomb. And in a side area there is actually an exhibition of Barnes Wallis's office and some of the tools that he used during the development of the bouncing bomb that was used to take out 3 dams in the Ruhr area to affect the factories and the actual production of weapons. It was crucial for that to happen, although it is a very controversial subject.
There is so much to see that you really need a whole day or perhaps a couple of visits to take it all in and appreciate the vast amount of aircraft and technology and history. And you can see all the engines they use, you can see many of the cannons and machine guns that they used, how the soldiers and pilots dressed, how they lived, how they, unfortunately many thousands died through this struggles of the First and Second Wars.
We walked for about 4 hours in this museum. It was something new to me, and I would recommend you guys coming and checking out that RAF museum in London if you're interested in aircrafts and history. But even if you're not and you're looking for good place to visit in London, I would recommend this place. It's free, you just need to book in before and then come and explore. Yeah, after the museum we went to the hotel, booked in, I went for a walk, explored the area of London where we were. It was north of London and not very close to city center, so the area wasn't as nice. Honestly, I liked Liverpool even more than that area where we stayed, but still it was good. In the morning I went for my morning run and I explored the area even more. I ran for about 30-40 minutes and I liked it because I visited a few local parks, lake and a few nice places on my run. And then we had a full breakfast and we head back home. On our way back home we decided to stop by in Birmingham for a few hours.
And we have stopped now in Birmingham. We've had a nice few hours in visiting the city centre and learning about this city that well, most of us in the group have never seen before, and we liked it. We had something to eat there too, and the people are very nice and very kind. I mean, yeah, we liked the atmosphere and it was really nice.
So we left Liverpool Monday morning and we came back home Tuesday evening. The trip was full of new information. Right now I'm interested in aircrafts and history even more. I would like to check out some of the movies on this theme, and then yeah, I would encourage you to explore if you have an opportunity. If you have similar museums in your city, in your town, just go there. Even if it's not the main topic that you're interested in, still it can be something that you would enjoy. Also, I am experimenting with YouTube and trying to make new videos, so please support me in this journey. Follow me on my YouTube channel, like this video and comment down below. I would highly appreciate it, guys, and I will try to respond to everyone and each of you. Okay, God bless you guys. Bye.